In the past, I've touched on many racing games, whether it be simulation, arcade, or even just for cruising, but I've never touched on a racing game that would appeal to non-car guys until now, because here is the perfect racing game for non-car guys.
Old English, 800 castles in Mali. Just be very still, I ain't gonna hurt anybody.
Sorry. Driver New York. Hang on, that doesn't sound right. Driver Los Angeles. No. Oh, I've got it. Driver San Francisco. Jesus, swept. That was the worst acting of my life. Driver San Francisco is the perfect racing game for non-car guys. This video will cover why it is, so make sure to enjoy the video. If you don't enjoy the video, then I will go to my room and watch some MI High on CBBC. Oh, and this video isn't about the shitty Wii version of the game, so I'm talking about the PS3 version. Cheers! Come on! Most racing games contain cars that enthusiasts would like. However, Driver aimed at including cars, buses, coaches, lorries, and a transporter which you can yeet your car off. The selection of cars were interesting, and I can promise you that if you get a non-car guy to play this game, they'd at least be able to name at least 20 of the 140 cars of the game easily. Oh, and this is one of them racing games with police cars, ambulances, and fire trucks. So for them people who like having a bit of heat on them, this is a very sexy game for you. That does not make any sense. The cars do come with nitrous, which non-car guys love in racing games, so that is very ideal for them man who don't know how to drive a car using just its engine. A lot of these heavy vehicles were of brands I've never even heard of, so it can be used to educate these non-car guys and convert them into the light side. Get it? Star Wars reference. You shall not pass. This is Sparta. I've never watched a single Star Wars movie in my life. Oh, and there's literally a monster truck in this game too. You know when players from Call of Duty and Siege play racing games, they all blabber about, oh, the graphics are shit, 720p, not even 4K bro, 30 FPS, pathetic. Well, this game was made in 2011 and the cutscenes looked like this. Jesus Christ, even for 2019 this is some crazy stuff. I remember playing this game as a little 10-year-old and I saw these cutscenes and I just literally brought my brother with me to watch it together. Ah, the good times. He smashed my head in the next day, that was fun. You know how most story modes on racing games require you doing races and winning them to advance through the story, etc, boring stuff? This game has little to no racing. This game has a really neat little feature where you can get out of your car and go inside of other people's bodies and therefore do their missions. And the missions are very interesting. Some missions consist of you having to scare a driving instructor to make him let you pass your driving test. Others consist of you having to drift a car and do jumps to raise the heart rate of a dying patient in your car. One requires you to win a bunch of street races to pay for college kids' tuition fees. There's one where you're literally in a helicopter scanning cars trying to find one with the potassium ammonia cyanide capsule thing in it, something along the lines of that. And possibly the most annoying yet my favourite one where you have to chase a black Dodge pickup truck through the streets of San Francisco whilst a man called Jericho is chucking a bunch of cars right at you, literally chucking them. It was a very scary thing. Oh, and speaking of the characters, characters in Driver San Francisco are very interesting. They have a little party piece. You play a character called Tanner. He got into a car crash and has this ability to get inside of the body of someone else and drive their car. Oh, and let's not forget about the fact that he drives a very tasteful yellow Dodge Challenger with black stripes. Your sidekick is a guy called Jones who doesn't believe that Tanner has this power, so Tanner has to prove to him in many ways that he can actually get into someone's body. Not in an erotic way or anything. Layla Sharon, I think that's how you pronounce her name, is meant to be some person who drives an Aston Martin Rapide that Jones has a little crush on. And now we get to the guy we've all been waiting for. Charles Jericho, the bad guy. And an interesting part about Jericho is that he shares the same power that Tanner has. He can also get into other people's bodies and drive cars, but we don't know this until the end of the game. For some reason, his powers are much more powerful, making the game harder, which is a good thing. Oh, and one thing I love about this game is the intro. We get a little taste about who the characters are in the game, and it gives it a very movie style theme, making it feel as if we are literally playing a movie. This game would make a pretty good movie in my opinion, I'm telling you. In most games, you're the one with the advantage and you have a lot more powers compared to the antagonist of the game. But like I explained earlier, your enemy has better powers compared to you, therefore making the game, well, harder. That's what she said. Oh, kill me. me. There is a mission in the game which I remember literally took me 3 months to finish. So long that I had to give up on Driver San Francisco and play TDU2 for 3 months. I'm not even joking, like that genuinely happened. If you played the game, you might know what I'm on about. It's the mission where you're in a Z28 Camaro and you've got the police chasing you and a 3.5 minute time limit, I believe. You're meant to lose the cops, but you don't know where you're meant to drive to. So with all the troubles and stresses building up over a 3-minute mission, the game does become a lot more enjoyable and indulging to play. I can't even English, mate. I don't know if it's just a me thing, but I get turned on over hard miss. Not like that, but like I enjoy it. Okay, no, I'll just stop talking now. Potassium plus ammonia equals cyanide. I don't know why I just said that. This game has crazy features, the most obvious one being the one where you can get into other people's bodies and drive their cars, but it has a lot more too. Something cool is that when you get into a car with a passenger, you can interact with that passenger and do some crazy stunts and scare the daylights out of them. Of course, I mentioned the nitrous thing, which is actually really useful in the game, especially with jumps. Speaking of jumps, you always get those big transporter vehicles driving around, and you can use the jumps to literally yeet yourself into another universe, or if you're lucky enough and you got a transporter driving behind a lorry with a trailer, you can try yeeting yourself into the trailer of the lorry. Boy, I like saying a yeet a lot, don't I? Something I really like about the game, not sure if you count this as a feature, is the crash physics. This game felt so satisfying to crash in. If you're trying to race and you crash into a barrier, you won't even be mad. You'll only be mad that you didn't crash into the barrier harder. I'm not even joking, like, seriously. It's almost like Burnout, except the aim of the game isn't for you to yeet your car. Okay, wow. I literally just replaced right off with yeet. Oh, what is happening to me? Anyways, that is the end of the video. Hope you did enjoy watching it. If you do have any non-car guy friends and you want to get them into racing games, make sure to share the video to them and raise awareness for what they're missing out on. I would also like to thank my sponsor Pagani for making this video possible. If you have £1 million in your bank account and you don't know what to spend it on, get yourself a Zonda. Don't bother with a Huayra, get yourself a Zonda. Okay, they didn't actually sponsor me, but I just wanted to say that because, like, you know, it makes me seem more professional and that, you know, Pagani and that. Cheers, come on. Anyways, I'm so weird. Anyways, hope you did enjoy the video. Hit that like button if you did. Comment down below any... Whoa, Eminem right here. Comment down below any questions and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I shall see you in the next video. Until next time, have a good one, lads. Cheers.
Sie pudert sich die Nase, ich pop eine Zanny. Checke Fashion Nudes auf meinem Handy. Rocke Gucci, Prada, Louis, Fendi. Pferdemädchen lesen gerne Wendy.